Hello YouTube, it's Carrie here, and welcome back to Carrie's Bariatric Gardening. Hope everybody is doing great. Today on the channel we are doing another garden tour. Things are starting to come into season and come into the sort of glory of, the warm weather stuff. I want to do a little tiny product endorsement here because I found this amazing thing. Now, if you are local to Ontario, you might be able to find this. It is called Utterly Ridiculous. This is ice cream. I have not been able to eat ice cream in years. The reason why I can eat this is because a half cup only has 13 grams of sugar. It is made with goat milk, and it is absolutely amazing. This flavor is coffee and craft brew, and it is awesome. Seriously delicious. I got this at a little store on the way to the highway from Balls Falls, and wow, it's so good. All right, without further ado, there's a lot going on, as you can see sort of in the background, but I'm going to start from this corner right here, because can we just look at this? Oh my gosh, this rose is beautiful. It's never looked better. I think I want to start sort of like training it on here so that it kind of grows across the area there. And next I have my blackberry, and I'm starting to get some little blackberries forming, like here, and starting to get first flowers on the lilies. So these are new things that I haven't had before that I'm excited about. My garlic is looking great. This is a garlic scape, okay? And for better bulb formation, they say to pull the garlic scapes. Now these taste like garlic. They're delicious. They're tender. And you can eat them in a variety of ways. I like to make garlic scape pesto with those, and it is so delicious. So basically you make a pesto, and instead of the garlic, you substitute the garlic scapes for that. And you can put in like basil and your choice of nuts. You could do it with almonds or whatever. Delicious. All right, so what's happening here? Still a little bit in transition. As you can see, there is not too many things left to transplant. I'm getting to the end of it. Thank God. That being said, I'm starting a whole bunch of new stuff. I still have to fill a few things here for planting the trellis. I'm going to be doing, I think, cucumbers and long beans on here, and that should be interesting. My 2 strawberry bins are looking good, and I'm going to take you on the outside here. This is going to be used for cucumbers. I still have to fill this with soil and then plant them out, but I'm waiting for more cucumbers to pop in some of the seeds that I started. This is my little fruit area, and I got a little statue off of Facebook Marketplace. I think it's so cute. All right. I planted some stuff here on the arch trellis. So this trellis behind me, you can see, I've got some squashes over here on this side, and then on this side I've got some watermelon, and I'm also going to be doing some rich sweetness melon here, which is like a little hand melon. I've also got some basil and some flowers planted. And I decided to try, because peppers don't need too much space, I decided to try some peppers on the other side. That it's going to get a little bit more sun. So we'll see how that goes. I'm so excited to see how that trellis is going to completely change over the course of the season. Over here, I have a little area that is full of a bunch of different little planters that have different kinds of morning glories in it. So that should be really pretty. I am doing some seed drying up there. Down here, I've got to fill this area and plant it. I think I'm going to be doing cowpeas there. I got cowpeas as one of my free seeds from Baker Creek this year, and I've never grown them before, so I thought, I've got a little spot there. Maybe I'll try them there. This lettuce is looking just absolutely beautiful. I've been harvesting off of that. Now, the first round of the stuff that I had planted in the winter, that is totally gone now. That is in the compost pile. Once it starts to bolt, it tastes different, and it is not good anymore. So like, as soon as you start to see lettuces elongating, harvest it, or it's time to compost. That's why it's important to continually sow. This here, I put the hoops over this because I'm gonna do beans in here. I've got beans in another area, but I want to do a second flush here. And the reason why I put the cover is because I have issues with a pest called the Mexican bean beetle. And they come and they munch on my beans, and they're these, they look like ladybugs, but they're sort of like a copper orange color. And the eggs are yellow, and they're these little fuzzy yellow creeps that eat your plants. And so what I'm gonna do here, beans are one of these types of crops that are self-pollinating. So they don't need bees, they don't need you to do anything to them. They will pollinate themselves. And so I'm gonna plant all my second flush of beans in here and then cover this with netting or with frost cloth. So the light will come through, the rain will come through, but no Mexican bean beetles will find my plants. So I'm hoping that will take care of the issue for me. And if I can do it that way, I'll repeat it because that'll be great. Over here in the paste bed, tomatoes are growing like crazy. I have an area here I still need to fill, but I'm not sure what to put in there yet. I'm going to do probably a quick crop of something in there. And then this is the horseradish leaves are just kind of out of control and amazing. Raspberries. My raspberries are starting to look great. Can we see this? There we go. There we go. So as you can see, there's little raspberries in there. Just got to keep on farming. This is the wild bed. It hasn't really been planted out. It kind of does its own thing. If I have time for it, I'll do something. But check out for a minute this rhubarb, because like, holy cow. it's looking so nice. And you can see some of the stalks underneath there. Looking really, really, really great. Okay. Tomato heaven. Oh my gosh. Like this area here. So I set up these trellises here in a system called a lower and lean system. And so these plants are what do you call indeterminate tomatoes. So they will keep growing up. There are two different types of sort of growing natures. So those determinate and indeterminate. Indeterminate keep on growing taller. Determinate tomatoes grow to a certain height, set fruit all at the same time, and then stop growing, and then you harvest them all at once. Indeterminate tomatoes, you harvest all season long. And so with this, as you can see, this one is already like really quite tall. And as it continues to grow, I'm going to unhook this and sort of like once it gets to the top here, I can start moving it around. And you can sort of do it around the whole thing so that you can continually grow and lower and lean the whole plant around the system so that you're continuously harvesting at your eye level, at the access that you have. You don't have to get like a big, huge ladder. You don't have to get very tall poles to make, you know, some kind of support system like that. So this is a great option to be able to set up in your garden. And like this is just, I made this just using like some old pieces of wood that I had. But there's a great video, Trellis to be Jealous. That would be a good one to do. You want to be able to hook it onto different parts. The way that I did it is that on the piece that I put across, I just took some of that cord and I wound it around. So it gives me multiple places all over the place to hook it onto. But honestly, can I just show you? Oh my Lord. Look at that. I love it. Okay, moving on. Past my tomato obsession. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. This is so cool. So this is cardoon. It's related to, look at that very beautiful plant. It's related to artichokes. It is spiky like an artichoke, so be careful. You might not want to grow this if you have young kids. But it's biennial, and that means that it flowers in the second year, and it's putting on this really cool flower. So neat. The turnips I've been harvesting. Those are great. There's one. Yeah, I pretty much harvested all the ones that were up to size. So what's left here has been thinned out, gives a little bit more room for the cabbages. If you're wondering what this white powder is, that is diatomaceous earth. And what that is diatoms are little microorganisms that have almost glass-like shells, and so they take all these diatoms and they make a powder out of them. You put them on the plants, and so insects, when they crawl along it, it kind of hurts them. So this is for things that don't have flowers, right? Cabbages, so I don't want cabbage worms on there. So that's why I'm putting that on there. I would not put it on something that is flowering, because that could also damage your pollinators. So you have to be careful with the way that you apply it. So yeah, all of these tomatoes are looking great. Things are, setting fruit. This is the second planting of tomatoes. Is looking really, really good. I'm going to have to start thinking about staking these very, very soon, and what kind of support system I want to do for these. I think in this area I'm going to do something called a Florida weave. And as you see, I interplanted lettuce in between there, and it is looking absolutely lovely. The other area that I have lettuce planted, it looked like that when I started, and it was just a couple weeks ago, and now it's just like glorious. Also, I've planted some beans here in these sections, and those are looking good. The basil is looking just... Oh my god, I wish you guys could smell this. Oh my god, I cannot wait for tomato and basil. Like, that is what I survive off of in the summer. These are my Holento snow peas. They are producing like gangbusters right now. I have to pick these peas at least once a day, or else it starts to get away from me. This over here, so that's the end of that row. Oric is going to be coming out like today or tomorrow. I'm going to be harvesting and freezing all of this, and I process it just like spinach. Super nutrient dense, really, really delicious. These peas here are the Karubi de Mousseline peas, which make a really nice big snow pea. Yum. These peas, I'm not quite sure. They're supposed to be sugar snap peas, but they look more like snow peas, so they may have gotten mixed up. And then I've got sugar snap peas over here. I'm just gonna be eating them all week. Delicious. My garlic in this section is looking great. I've got my little lettuces in between that are growing. Now, this is the bachelor buttons are coming in right now, and I put these in salads. They're edible, so like those flowers, these flowers are all different colors of bachelor button. And I like making what I call like a confetti salad. So I take a bunch of them. I take here, I'll show you. You take it like this, and then you pop off the bottom, bloop, and then you'll see you have like all of these little confettis of flowers, and that's what I put on top of the salads. I make a big mix of different colors, and I top the salads, and it's super cute. This is my sage, and as you see, like the flower part, I trim this back really, really right down to the bottom in that area, and it comes back very, very quickly. So this was the back-breaking area that I filled. There was a lot of soil. The level was very low, just sort of like this level here, and it needed to be heavily amended. Special consideration was taken here because this is going to be a shady area of the garden, and so actually that makes it a very good spot here for certain things. The things that I seeded to do along here, that'll grow, it'll reach the sun. But I also did spinach here, and I'm doing lettuce here as well, and that's so that the temperature is a little bit cooler. Over here, I have more tomatoes planted, and the area in the middle that doesn't have hay on there, or straw rather, I'm going to be putting carrot seed down here. What else? I have lettuce planted over here and onions, and that's, going to look like that other section very, very soon. All of these tomato plants are actually grown from suckers that were taken off of my first flush of plants, those first 8 plants. What is a sucker? Let me see if I can show you real quick. Let's see if I can find one. I'm sure I can find one. But I've been pretty good about, you know, trimming them down. Oh, well, this is a tiny, tiny little baby one that maybe you can see. So in the corner here, there's a growth that is going to grow to be the sucker. I don't know, I hope that filmed. I can not really see that well, but I filmed there, but hopefully you guys saw that. If not, if you didn't catch that, let me know and I could make a video about how to prune suckers off of tomatoes if you need that primer. Okay, so I've got some squashes here, and I actually, maybe I already have some fruit set down here. Here, you can see. Woo. Very, very cool. I don't know where the camera's going. Oh, it's gonna be funny when I review this video once I go inside. Again, bachelor buttons. This section I also recently planted out and filled this whole area here. All right, so this area here I did peppers and okra, and then there's tomatoes over here. These potted peas are starting to sort of plump up. So this is actually a shelling pea, these ones. So what that means is that you grow them not to eat the whole pod, but to eat the peas inside. So you wait until they kind of get a little turgid kind of thing. There was one that was ready, but I actually ate it this morning because I wanted to test the peas, how they were. But you can see maybe like over here, yeah, that they're a little bit, you know, chunkier because you wait for the peas to swell up in order to eat those. All right, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to grow in the end here. Maybe cucumbers or long beans, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, everything is starting to really look good. I have some stuff that I planted here. Oh, and there's also, I also did sweet potatoes here. So in that little spot between there, I popped in some sweet potatoes. We'll see how they do. I also interplanted some beets here to see how that'll go. Because, you know, you always gotta try something new. So this section is tomatoes. I've got to start like pruning them down. Here, I can show you suckers on these actually, because that I'm sure gotta do. Where? Here's a sucker. See, so this grows sort of like from the armpit. There'll be a leaf, so the main stem, a leaf, and then this will be growing out of the side, or like the armpit, you know. And that's what you take off. Let me just give you a little morning glory moment here. See? Pretty. There's another one that's going there that's also got these little light blue flowers. Very, very pretty. Apple tree is still, you know, doing its thing. It'll be a while till apples are ready. Those are harvested in the fall, so it's one of those things you just admire the whole time that they're growing and hope nothing eats them before you do. My driveway garden is kind of doing great. Bucket of potatoes. And then I've got a bunch of stuff here. A whole bunch of different things. I've got some lemongrass growing there, some tomatoes, I've got squash, I've got okra. That is a Brussels sprout. There is a Charentaise melon, some eggplant, and the cucumber is doing well, and that is corn. I'll show you the progress on the dirt piles. That's all I got left. Everything else, I moved. I'll sell. Boom. I've got some eggplants here, some peppers, tomatoes. Oh my god. Can I just say, like, check out this tomato plant. It's like, this thing is doing amazing. So is the other one. Honestly, I'm very happy. These are sort of like smaller varieties of tomatoes. This like amazing Costata romanesco squash is producing a lot of blossoms. The blossoms for that are like, if you like stuffed blossoms, that's the one you want to get. All right, so the front garden beds. Kale is looking great. My spinach has got to go. That's bolted already. Cauliflower is still kind of doing its thing. I'm not sure how that's gonna go, so we'll see. And then the sunflowers are growing by the day, as they sort of do. Over in this second row here, I planted some peppers and some tomatoes just to see how they do. Something is definitely going to town and eating my purple lady bok choy, and so I had to dust them with the diatomaceous earth. Hopefully that solves the issue. All right, here, we got to finish this up soon. All right, lettuce is looking amazing, amazing, amazing. And then just a real quick little look around here. This is the flower border, and it is starting to get little flowers. So that's it, guys. All right, I better go in and help the little munchkin. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.